Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the show. We have such a big show for you. Olympics, MLB is coming up, NBA, college basketball is all in full swing. We have so much and more. But the show starts now. Welcome back, everybody. We have a massive show for you guys today. Davis, how is it feeling to be back on a Friday night?
Third Friday in a row.
Yep.
We're kind of in a groove right now. I'm not going to lie to you.
Don't do that, dude. If you're calling our shot, it's over. You know what I mean?
No, I get you.
Yeah. All right, Davis, we got a huge show. We're starting off with a bang. Let's get to the hockey. This just ended a few short hours ago, my friend. USA is in the gold medal game against Canada, man, who had unarguably the harder game, the harder fight to this gold medal game. They barely survived Finland. They barely survived. Was it Slovenia or who was the first round matchup that they played?
Who's the first round matchup? Like 2 days ago?
Yeah,
Sweden.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Canada gets there. They had a really fun game.
Canada.
Sorry,
Canada,
yeah.
Well, Canada beat Czechia.
Yeah.
Czechia.
Oh yeah. Yes, exactly. Whatever that country
We're better
is.
known as the Czech Republic.
Exactly, but not anymore. But anyway, Canada gets the gold medal game, scoring a goal with 30 seconds left to take the lead, Davis. We've got to the place that we want to be. We got to the place that everybody wants to be. USA, Canada, with a gold freaking medal on the line, my friend. It doesn't get much better than this, especially after the Four Nations Classic last year. That was awesome. I mean,
Yes.
Absolutely awesome.
Yes. I mean, this is the way the NHL is going to do things now, where they are basically their all-star break should just be either this world classic in America or Canada on the off Olympic years, or the Olympic years. It's these guys going to Milan, Italy, or wherever the Winter Olympics are.
Yeah.
And I mean, This has been an awesome tournament so far. And I mean, it's really cool to see these guys playing hard every single second down to the wire because they're playing for their country. It's not like you're getting paid to play for an NHL team to miss the playoffs, Danny Briere and the Flyers. You're playing for your country and to get a medal and get gold. So like, it was pretty cool to even see today against Slovakia, I should say. Like they pulled their starting goal. Like he wasn't playing too bad. I know he gave up 4 goals, but he wasn't playing horribly. It was really just the defense, but they pulled him because tomorrow is their bronze game. Like that means so much more to them than a potential 4-goal comeback, which probably isn't likely. So it's just really cool to see.
Yes, 100%. And I mean, everyone talks about playoff hockey, and that's probably the best. There's nothing like the Stanley Cup playoffs, but man, the Olympics every 4 years, they do it right, man. These guys play harder than, they ever have, really. They're playing for their country. They're playing for pride. They're playing for so much on the line that we can't even think of. It is really cool, especially seeing USA having 2 pairs of brothers with the Chucks, 2 pairs of brothers with the Hugheses. It is so awesome, dude. And the games are great. USA barely survived Sweden the other day, thanks to Quinn Hughes and that awesome goal. It just gets so good, man. It is so fun to watch the Olympics. But I mean, like you said, everything matters for these guys. Pulling the goalie for the bronze medal game, that matters a lot. Getting a medal in the Olympics matters so much. But what do you feel about a USA-Canada matchup? Canada's down Sidney Crosby, who may have torn his MCL, ACL, something like that, in a really nasty injury. But man, they still got a lineup of killers.
Yeah, Celebrini, McDavid. I mean, these guys are the best hockey players in the world.
Yep.
And, we can match up with them in some levels. McAvoy, Quinn Hughes on the defensive
Eichel.
side. Eichel, yep, and the Tkachuk brothers. But, I mean, who do I think is the better team I think Canada's the better team. I think they have a slight edge, but I will say that our edge right now is definitely in goal.
Yeah.
Jordan Binnington, who's been the Canadian goalie for what feels like a decade now, it's probably really only been like 5 years.
Yeah.
He's never giving up that net for Canada, even though he's having a pretty terrible season in the NHL right now with the
Kind of,
Blues.
yeah.
Like he does turn it around in these type of games, but we saw him make a few mistakes today and 2 days ago when Canada had to win in overtime. 2 days ago they won. Today with like 30 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah.
But I think that that's where we're going to have our edge. And it's just our defense. Our defense has been solid. We've killed every single power play so far. Our penalty kill has been amazing. So, I see this being somewhat of a low scoring game, but just for the boys in red, white, and blue, America 3-2 on Sunday at 8:00 in the morning.
Do not forget.
Yeah, set your alarms.
Yes, please set your alarms. I forgot up until today as well, and I was like, why are they doing it so early on the East Coast time? It's because the closing ceremony is on Sunday. They always do the men's hockey game last, which kind of rightfully so, just because it gets the most eyes. But Davis, I'm so excited to get revenge for the Four Nations game last year when McDavid, of all people, scored was it overtime to win that game?
Yeah, it was.
That game was electric. These guys will see each other more than any other two countries facing each other the rest of the year. A lot of Americans, a lot of Canadians in the NHL, and it's going to be a lot of bragging rights on the line. I would even 100%. Say beyond bragging rights. There's a lot going on with the two countries. This matters a lot. I am very, very excited for this matchup.
Yeah, we have domestic and international policies riding on this game
100%
on Sunday morning. But
we
also,
don't talk about that here. Come on.
Quick shout out to the American women for winning against 100%. Canada also. What a sick goal by Keller there at the end. I mean,
that goal was nasty.
I heard something that she's having like the best week of her life. She just got engaged like 2 days ago.
And she's a flag bearer for the closing ceremonies.
They just named her the flag bearer for America. And obviously, I mean, nothing against the engagement. Nothing against the engagement. Scoring the game-winning goal of a gold medal game in the Olympics. Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
After like a textbook deke that you do in NHL when you hit the left bumper, exactly what you're doing. That was so cool. I don't know how the men's game can honestly top the women's game if we're being really honest. That game was so good. But let's see if America can sweep Canada in the gold medals. That would be electric, Davis. Let's switch up the vibes and let's go to a little bit of a more warmer sport, golf. We have quite the tournament this weekend. The Genesis Invitational, aka the Tiger Invitational, is taking place in Riviera, California, I think. Right?
Yes, Los Angeles Riviera Country Club. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And I forget who's in the. Oh, I'm sorry, I have it on right here. Penge is in the lead, 12 under. McIlroy is 10 under right back there. Adam Scott right there as well. But I wanted to ask you about this guy, Adam Bridgman, my friend. He is coming out of nowhere. He didn't win last week. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see that Colin Morikawa did win last week. But this guy Bridgman has been playing great recently. He's come out of nowhere. He's the new PGA Tour guy. They're like, I've never heard that name before, but man, can he hit the ball.
Yep. He's now, I think he's riding off 2 straight top 10 finishes. He has a win from last year, possibly 2 from last year.
Oh, okay.
I'm not exactly positive, but I mean, this guy, he's definitely coming alive. I mean, he was a Korn Ferry Tour guy, I think, for a few years and made his way up. And now we're seeing him at the top of some of these leaderboards. But quickly want to get to last week also. Colin Morikawa. I mean, what a sick performance that he had. Shooting 10 under on Saturday at Pebble. Hit all 18 greens, which at Pebble was one of the most absurd things to think about because of the green sizes there. But heard a stat with his approach, and if you're watching on the YouTube, you can kind of see the strokes gained by certain categories. He gained almost 10 strokes from approach. And actually on Saturday, the 10 under round, he had the 6th best approach round in PGA Tour history since they've been keeping track of this stat. Hitting all 18 greens at Pebble is going to get you something like that. And he took home the hardware. Good for him.
My guy is on top of the iron throne because he knows how to use his irons, my friend. He is very, very good from, 120 yards on. This guy is money. I'm also such a big fan of Morikawa. He seems like the absolute man. Seems like a great guy. I'm so happy to see him winning because This is a guy that's so talented, and we could say this about a lot of golfers, especially like Jordan Spieth and Justin Thomas, but this is a guy that's so talented. He should have multiple more major championships in the next coming years. He is a guy that should be the face of golf. I'm excited to see him get a win. But this week, Davis, Genesis Invitational going on. Like I said, Penge in the leader. A lot of guys in the mix. Schauffele's in the mix. But a guy who's not really in the mix is Scotty Scheffler. If you're watching on YouTube, you saw that at one point he was 3 over. I believe right now he's even. So he's getting back. You know, he's going to make the cut, hopefully. But are you worried about Scotty Scheffler?
No, I mean, trust me, I've been watching his round. I've been watching his round today, and honestly, like, even though he finished up yesterday through 9 holes because they had to suspend play during the day because of the rain, so they picked up today, and he played, what was that, 27 holes today. So I think he was 5 under through 27 holes today because he was 5 over in the first 9 holes yesterday.
Oh my God, I didn't realize it was
something crazy like that. Yeah.
Wow.
But I will still say, like, his approach has not been very good. It's hit or miss. Like, I feel like I've seen it where he'll hit a shot to 3 feet, and it's like, oh yeah, Scotty Scheffler's back. And then
was he having a bad week, or is it the course?
No, I honestly think it could be this like weird Thursday, Friday thing. Like Rory McIlroy had it for a few years in the past where he had the Friday yips. Like, he would play phenomenal on Thursday and the weekends, but his Fridays, he would just collapse. So I think that, you know, once Scotty pulls it together for a full 4 rounds at some point, which could be next week, it could be for the Masters. It's probably going to be sooner than later.
Masters.
Yeah, but Scotty at even right now, is he going to slip into the top 10 for the second week in a row? Like, I don't know. Like, this is the Scotty Scheffler way now.
It is. I also want to mention, just because we're doing this live, Bridgman just birdied and he's 1 back in the leader, and Rory McIlroy's hit a nice par putt to stay at 10 under. So this should be a very fun weekend of golf coming up with the Genesis Invitational. And then one more thing I do want to mention, because this is Tiger's tournament, Davis, he is not ruling out the Masters.
He should. I hate to be that guy, but he tore his Achilles on April Fool's last year. Like,
it was April last year. Oh,
yeah, because I think everyone thought it was an April Fool's joke when he tweeted about it, if I remember it correctly. So I don't see him playing in this. But it's Tiger Woods. I mean, the guy's a magician. Like, you never know, but. You know, there's people that are already talking about like betting on him to win. Like, unfortunately, I'm not going to be one of those guys. But would it be maybe the greatest story in sports history? Yes.
100%.
Would love to see him play, but I don't see how that's realistic, to be honest.
We will see him play again, though, right? Like,
yeah, we'll see him play because, you know, he has that, you know, lifetime Masters.
All 4 probably, yeah.
Some of them, I forget, they're a little different. Like, I think the U.S. Open, it's like 20 years. The Open might only be like 10 or 15. Will he play Augusta again? Yes. Like, I could see him being that kind of guy that plays up until the later years of life if he still can. But I think the bigger question to talk about is, will he ever play on the senior PGA Tour? Because he's potentially eligible now or like next year whenever he turns 50. I think I forget how old he is. I think he's like 49 or 50.
He's 50.
Right now.
He is 50. So
he's eligible. He's eligible. So will he make his way over there? We saw Phil Mickelson do it. Yeah. And they basically told him, hey, you're too good for us. Like, you should probably find something else to do. And he did. And he found Live Golf.
And he's been pretty competitive the last couple of years, though. I would love to see Tiger on the senior tour. That would be fun.
I think it would draw so much viewership.
I've always said, though, if they let Tiger drive a cart around, like, probably not Augusta, but like all the other courses, he could be competitive. Like, that's a guy that it's just his legs can't hold up. He cannot play 4 days in a row anymore. Maybe I'm wrong.
Probably not. I mean, that's just the way, you know, Tiger's Tiger. Like, he did his thing. That's great. Like, I just don't think there's going to be a future of him holding hardware, any additional hardware.
Yeah, of course. He already holds all the hardware. He doesn't.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. All right, Davis, let's move on to some baseball here, my friend. It is almost that time. Spring training is up and going. I believe the Phillies' first spring training game is tomorrow afternoon. Big upcoming week of baseball. Davis, let's just get right into this. We had a bit of a little argument in our group chat this week about the Phillies lineup. If you're looking on the YouTube, you can see that it's been said online. It's been said a lot of places that Alec Bohm is the projected cleanup hitter. However you may feel about that, that is likely going to happen.
Mhm.
How I feel about it though is I don't like it at all. Our buddy Jason had a couple of very strong opinions on it, and I love that he is so passionate about it because I hope that he is right. I'm just in the point where like Alec Boehm is not going to get better. I just don't think so. He might get back to where he was a couple of years ago, but he's not gonna like take another leap. He's not gonna hit another level. He's a fine hitter. He actually played pretty well in the Dodgers series last year. He was like one of the
Yeah.
only players that played pretty well in that series. But like before that, he wasn't great in the Mets series. He's been off and on in playoffs.
Mhm.
He's a fine fielder. He's gotten a lot better, but I don't even hate his bat, dude. He's not a cleanup hitter in my opinion. And then I want you to explain this to me and the audience. One of your points and Jason's points was that he just protects guys in the lineup. I just think that's a silly argument just because Bohm needs the protection more than Harper needs it, more than other guys need it. I just want you to explain like Rob Thompson's rationale and then why you think it's a good or bad idea.
No, I don't think it's that Bohm needs the protection per se. It's that he's protecting Schwarber and Harper. He's protecting our potentially $1 billion investment in Trey Turner, Kyle
Mhm.
Schwarber, and Bryce Harper,
It is.
because he's a guy that isn't going to strike out very often, and he's, to be honest, he's not. I mean, last year he did, but in recent years he wasn't really rolling in the ground double plays very often.
Yeah.
So I the cleanup hitter, in my opinion, these days, I don't want to see a guy who hits 50 home runs and strikes out 200 times. Like, I'd rather see a guy like Alec Boehm, if he pulls a full season together, of 40 doubles, 25 homers, 100 ribbies, and he gets on base and he walks. He walks a
100
lot.
ribbies would be great.
That's a huge part of it, is his vision. I mean, in that Dodgers series, I mean, one of his biggest attributes is his vision, being able to see the
Mhm.
ball come through. And if we have a guy like Schwarber on third and Harper on first, I don't want Alec Boehm striking out. You know what I mean? Making it two
Yeah.
outs in the lineup. And now we've got Brandon Marsh going up against a lefty. Like,
Yeah.
something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think that having potentially a Aroldis Garcia at the cleanup spot, which is, I know you feel a type of way about it, and I think a lot of other people do too. Like, he's a guy who's probably going to strike out like 180 times, maybe even 200 in a
Garcia?
healthy season. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
he doesn't walk as much. Yes, he might hit 30 homers this year, which is going to be more than Bohm, but the
Yeah.
home run stat doesn't mean much to me. Like, I want to
No?
see not not on a consistent basis. Like, I would
Okay.
rather see if Garcia hits 30 homers and Bohm hits 20, like, Bohm's still going to have 30 more walks, 30 less strikeouts, and
Fair.
possibly 20 to 15 extra doubles. Like, I'd rather see that at my 4 spot, getting these guys in that are on base.
That's totally fair, and that's the name of the game with baseball is getting on base rather than home runs and ribbies, which are great, and RBIs are a big, thing, but I don't know. I just think it speaks to the lack of depth on this team, and it speaks to the Phillies were missing a piece this offseason, and you can talk about Casty, you can talk about missing a Bo Bichette, which looks good, but it just feels like this team is missing something. I'm excited for this season. I'm excited for the Phillies. I'm excited for baseball. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see that the Phillies' projected win total is about 92 wins this year, which I'll take that, especially if we're winning the division. But it just feels like we're lacking a certain power. Maybe that is because Bryce Harper had a down year. Maybe it's because Brandon Marsh was horrible last year. The fact that he's batting fifth is maybe more egregious than Bohm batting fourth.
Yeah, this lineup is clearly showing a righty pitcher, by the way. So Marsh
Yes.
would not be hitting fifth against a lefty, and JT would probably be much higher up. But yes, I agree. I do think this team is still missing something. Everyone's going to talk about the bullpen. I think the Phillies actually have a pretty decent bullpen in comparison to other years and other contenders right now. I think
Yeah.
every team talks about how their bullpen looks weak on paper. But yeah, I agree. The bottom half of this lineup is kind of what's scaring me. But if I think about it,
I like Justin Crawford a lot, by the way.
yeah, Justin Crawford, I'm curious to see what he can do. Like,
Yeah.
if he really is, honestly, like, the easy term would be the better Rojas, like, that would be great.
Yeah,
But
100%.
I think that this team, if they don't pick up the pieces by the middle of the year, I could be looking for a splash in left field or second base. Like, that could be coming. But Bo Bichette, by the way, I saw this stat this week. I didn't realize this. He's like the 4th highest paid baseball player in MLB history. The more I've thought about
What?
that, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to pay all that money for Bo Bichette. Like,
No.
you know what I
How
mean?
has he
Like,
gotten that much money? How old is he? I thought this was his first free agency.
no, but like per year, like he's making like
Okay.
like almost $60 million a year. I'm pretty
He must
sure.
have a great arbitration
Crazy.
lawyer.
No, he just signed with the Mets. Like he signed.
No, I know, but he's made money over the you're saying, like, going forward then on
this
contract?
contract. Like this
Gotcha.
contract is like
Gotcha.
his per year is like 4th all time.
Understood. But, in terms of the rest of the Phillies, Justin Crawford, I really am excited about him. He has not hit, like, under, like, some crazy stat, like 300 his whole, like, baseball career. Obviously, that he's gonna take it up to the ultimate level of the major leagues. Like, it's not gonna be like that. But I'm excited for him. I hope Stott can get it together, man. He was such a promising player coming into his tenure with the Phillies a couple of years ago, and he's a great fielder. It's just the bat was terrible at the end of the year last year, just terrible.
Yep.
So I'm excited for some of these guys to show us what they got and come to life, especially Bryce Harper. We need Bryce Harper to show that he's an MVP. Whether he's been slighted or not, it's time for him to show who the hell MB3 is, right?
Yep. No, I agree. And it's very disappointing to see how the offseason transpired with was it Middleton or no, it was Dombrowski saying that Harper's not elite. Look, Bryce Harper is not elite anymore. I'm sorry. But why would you ever say that? Why would you ever put that out in the media? Like,
do you think it's hard for you think Bryce Harper can't get back to an elite level?
I guess when I think of elite, I'm looking at Bryce Harper like 2017, like Washington Nationals, where he's hitting like 330, he's hitting 40 dingers. No, I don't think he's ever going to touch those numbers.
But what about his Phillies prime?
Yeah, his Phillies prime was fantastic. Like, I guess my question is, do I think he's ever going to do that again? Probably not. But that's okay. But that's okay. Like, he's going to do better. I think he's going to play much better than he did last year.
Yeah.
Like, there's still, like, his high leverage last year was still really good. Like, it's some of the low leverage situations where, you still see him swinging and missing out of the zone, and you see him grounding over balls. But
he was terrible in the playoff series.
He can definitely still put up 30 homers, 100 ribbies, bat 285, 290. Like, I think that's the direction this team needs to go. And it's not him needing to hit 50 homers because Kyle Schwarber already does that for us. So I think he just needs to be a team player. He's obviously got the defense at first base to hold his own. So if he can hold his own at the 3 spot of the lineup every day, yeah, I would love to see that.
And then how do you feel about, like, the pitching staff? Well, we can lump in the starters and the bullpen together. I love Sanchez. I'm really excited for Andrew Painter, but then I look at Nola and Walker and I cringe a little bit. Nola's fine, whatever. But Walker, I don't want him in this rotation, like, at all.
Yeah. That's definitely scary to look at. Like, I've actually, to be honest with you, I've actually been a little higher on Taijuan Walker as the year went on last year. He pitched a little bit better towards the end of the year. He was a good bullpen
pitcher.
Yeah, and he was great out of the long reliever spot of the bullpen. And Nola started to pitch a lot better towards the end of the year. So it's whether you're going to get the best of these guys or you're going to get what we saw as the worst, which is Taijuan having almost a 9 ERA to start the year, or Nola absolutely just throwing batting practice in April last year. So I think that I'm hoping for the best, but I truly believe, and I've told you this, I think Jesus Luzardo is, because he's got on a contract year this year. I think he's going to do something special this year. Like, I think he could end up we could be talking mid-year about who's having the better season, Christopher Sanchez or Jesus Luzardo.
Now that's fun conversation.
Agreed.
Throwing Zach Wheeler.
100%. Zach Wheeler's coming back earlier than expected, which should be May. We were talking 4th of July when this whole thing started. So I think the starting rotation's great.
Yeah.
The bullpen, as I said before, like, everyone's talking about how their bullpen kind of sucks, but I think these guys, like, having Duran in there from the start of the year, I think is going to be such a huge difference.
I agree. Yeah.
Having Jordan Romano off this team, a guy who you couldn't send down, a guy who was just stuck in the bullpen for 162 games. That's great. You get Alvarado now off Ozempic. He said he's going to be there for 162 years. honestly one of the best underrated
He was
lefties
great.
in the
He
entire
was
league
great.
last year.
Yep.
And then we picked up Brad Keller coming off a career year with the Cubs last year. Zach
Ready,
Pop. Right? Yeah, Zach Pop coming from the Diamondbacks. He just struck out Harper in inter squad game I just saw the other day.
I saw
Harper
that
was
too.
like, that was nasty. So
yeah.
we're gonna see some nice bullpen stuff. But I want to quickly, before we overlook it,
Sure.
we've got Amir in the chat. This is a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Lane management's not Topper's fault. Now, this was you had talked about this week in our group chat. So I would like to give the floor to you for a few minutes, just about like.
I regret some things that I said.
Ahead,
I'll just start off with that. I didn't.
Well, give some context. What I forget what was even how it was brought up, but
I just basically said that I didn't love that Topper was brought back this season because of some of the lineup decisions in the playoffs down the stretch. I just feel like he gets way too experimental, and he just wants to stick to his lefty righty, lefty righty, lefty righty. And hey, I don't hate that at all. It's just like there were some times down the stretch, especially with pitching staff decisions, when he would take out a pitcher where like I'm questioning it and I'm like, what the hell is he doing? And if I think I'm be like, what the hell is he doing? I'm not really like taking it too legit. But then if I see you saying what the hell he's doing, I'm like, okay, if Davis thinks so too, there's something up. And there was a lot of decisions, not just last season, the season before, the Diamondback series 2 years ago. Like Topper's a great manager. He's a great vibes guy. He's a great bench coach. I don't know if he's I don't know. I don't want to say something that's too bad that you're like, I'm going to really regret this if the Phillies win a World Series this year.
I'm waiting for you to say it so I can just clip it right after the show.
I just don't think Rob Thompson is a World Series winning manager. I don't know. I'm getting to that point where like, I really thought Topper was the guy 2 years ago. I thought he was the guy. And the Diamondback series really let me down. But I just think and for better or for worse, he stands by his guys, and you love that. We didn't hear a goddamn thing from him about Castellanos. He is a true vibes guy. That's honestly such a big priority that it kind of like helps his lack of ability with the lineups. He just feels like he's going to do what he wants before a game rather than looking at the matchups, looking at who's actually going to be across the diamond, who across the plate. Again, I do like Rob Thompson. He seems like the best guy. He really seems like a great dude. The guys love him. It's just, I don't know. There's just been a couple young guys that have kind of floundered under his time as well, like Stott and Bohm. And if you want to throw Marsh in there too, and they weren't like tier 1 prospects, but I thought Bohm was going to be a little better. And it's not the manager's job to make sure these guys develop, but like kind of a little. It's more on the hitting coach, it's more on the fielding coach, their specific, realm. I totally get that. I don't know. I don't know MLB managing too well, so like I don't want to, fully jump on this hill. It's not the hottest take, it's not the coldest take. I'm just not a big fan of Rob Thompson. And I am fully willing to eat my words, by the way, in October. 100%. I'll come on this podcast and we'll play the clip and I'll stand here and I'll put on a clown nose. I'll paint my face. We can play laugh track in the background, all that good stuff. I'm cool with it. I don't know, man. It's just, yeah. Last year was so excited for the Phillies season to start. I was so excited for it. And this year I'm like, let's just get it underway already. Like let's just get me to middle of July and let's see where we're at. I don't know.
No, I think it's actually interesting. Especially as someone who played baseball, I truly I think the manager of a baseball team, especially in the MLB too, where these guys, I mean, they're very independent. This isn't Little League. Like this isn't, the manager moving little Johnny over from shortstop to right field because he has to get little Tommy over to first. You know what I mean? Whatever. Like, I think the most important thing about being an MLB manager is being a vibes guy. Yeah, seriously. And I think that Rob Thompson has that knack. Mm-hmm. I saw a stat and I'm doing some quick math. I had to confirm. Rob Thompson has been the manager of the Phillies for 4 seasons. We've made the playoffs 4 times. In the Phillies' entire franchise history, for the 139 years without Rob Thompson, we only made the postseason 14 times. you can say a lot about it. The Phillies sucked in the 40s. Like I know the Phillies
Yeah.
sucked in the 1940s, but Rob Thompson does make some wrong decisions, in my opinion, like bring in Craig Kimbrell in that Diamondback series multiple games in a row when we knew he was getting
That's
shelled.
the one that really sticks out to me, like the most.
Like
100%.
I remember when they pulled him in to game 5 and then Alec Thomas hit a game-winning double. I think it was technically a single.
I knew it was over.
But it was an extra base hit, and now we're coming back to Philly for game 6. Like that's a tough look. Like that's kind of a tough look because you're bringing in this veteran reliever who had to be on the roster because you paid him all this money.
Yep.
This is the Jordan Romano situation from last year.
A little worse, yeah.
We're in like the clear this year when it comes to something like this, unless for some reason like Yohan Duran starts to like
Yeah.
all the guys
Alvarado,
we're paying big money to right now are performing. Like we don't have that dead weight of Nick Castellanos on our team anymore. Best of luck to him in San Diego.
He had a great diving catch at first today. I don't know if you saw that.
Good for him, man.
It's the first time he's ever played first, and it was a pretty good stop.
He's gonna do something great this year, and Phillies fans are gonna be like, "Oh, like why couldn't he do? Like why did we get rid of him? Like it was the right thing to do. He was eating so much cap on our team, and not only that, he was just holding a 26-man spot that now goes to Justin Crawford, someone who can actually develop, and we can make this team an all-around offense and defense because that's what you need. And I think Toppers is that guy. But I will also say he's on the hot seat. Like I think if the Phillies don't make the playoffs this year, he's probably the first to go.
Yeah, and I don't want to make this comparison too crazy, but there's another coach that we are a fan of that he did the right thing, won a lot of games, but he never won the big game.
Jimmy.
I'm just pointing out things. We're not pointing fingers here. I'm just
out. It's not a terrible comparison, but
also another team that hasn't played a game without a new coach yet. So
and the football again, like the baseball coach thing, in my opinion, like we brought in Don Mattingly for our bench coach. Like
I love that.
He's a generational vibes guy. Like that's the perfect person that we need on the bench, pretty much.
Yeah.
Just to keep these guys together. It's a long season, Ethan. Just remember, like, our conversation that we're having right now about vibes. Think about this locker room after a 3-game sweep at San Francisco, and then you have to go to Sacramento after. The locker room's crap. The locker room, they're like, oh, we just want to go home. Like, you got to keep it together for 162 games, and it's tough to do. But the Phillies, we need to be able to do that this year.
I agree, and that's why being a vibes guy is so important, because when it comes down to the end of the year, at the end of October, you need to be able to rely on the consistency they've built with your teammates over time, even if it's like some stupid pregame ritual where Harper and Schwarber are, eating sunflower seeds, a certain amount. Whatever they're doing, we need to make sure that we're continuing it. So I'm really excited for baseball season. We'll get into more of a general look at the entire league coming up. We'll maybe start doing divisions again. But I'm excited for the Phillies in terms of like just get me to October, and they're kind of getting to Sixers range where it's like I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. And is Bryce Harper the new Joel Embiid?
No, he's not there yet. Well, take out this year, Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Past Joel Embiid, not yet. No.
Transition.
NBA.
Yeah, let's get right into the NBA. NBA is back, finally back from the All-Star break. Just real quick, All-Star game was great last week. I loved that. The international versus the Stars and the Stripes game, that was awesome. They can, tinker with a little bit to make it nicer and better and maybe flow better, but the competitiveness was there. Guys were playing hard, and, you got to see your favorite guys who don't play against each other much, be competitive. I saw a video of Wemby before the game being like, Ant, yo, we're matching up. Yo, you're doing jump ball. And Ant's like, say less. Like, he's ready. Like, I love the competitiveness between guys who probably don't, get the opportunity to. That's a bad example because they're both in Western Conference, but you know what I mean. Like, it's fun watching some guys play together that you never seen. I love the OGs team with LeBron, Durant, Kawhi. Kawhi went off.
Yes.
So I thought that was great, and I just want to give the NBA their props for that.
Yeah, Kawhi 31 points in game 2. crazy. The
Yeah.
claw, just doing it all over again. I
Yeah.
will say the competition was great, obviously, but the two USA teams was a little confusing to
It
me,
was.
honestly. Like the
They
stars
should
and
have just called it the young guys and the OGs. Like, just
yeah,
made it.
pretty like
Yeah.
honestly, 100%.
Make it more
But
obvious.
I agree, it was entertaining. And it was entertaining just to see these guys want to play. Like we saw a game-winning shot from De'Aaron Fox in game one,
Yeah.
I
Yep.
believe. Like LeBron James is
No,
coming down
Scotty
the
Barnes
court.
in game 1, then De'Aaron Fox game 2. Sorry.
Scott, yeah, yes. That's just nice to see. I don't want to see these games that are 220 to 225 because
I like the target
guys
score
aren't playing
too.
anything. Yeah, the target score is great, or even just like a quarter.
Mhm.
It almost felt like an AAU basketball tournament where it was like,
Yeah.
all right, game one, you're quarter one, then quarter two, you're going to be these two teams are matched. Like, I liked how quick it was. And I thought overall, I thought it was a pretty decent All-Star weekend, I guess. Dunk contest
the
sucked.
dunk contest was terrible.
The 3-point contest was good though, and Damian
Yeah.
Lillard is already advocating for all the 3-point
I
OGs
saw that.
to play or to compete next year.
He
So I
released
think
the
we're gonna
DM of
get
him talking to Steph, and Steph's like, "I'll talk to
yes,
Clay." Like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
would love that.
which would be electric. The slam dunk
Yeah.
contest though,
Let's get rid of it.
heard some ideas of get rid of it for like 5 years and bring it back when the nostalgia is back. You know
If
what
we
I mean?
really want to do it, let's do a 1v1 tournament. The women did it 2 weeks ago, and that was awesome. Like,
Yep.
I just don't think that the men want to get embarrassed like that. I saw a clip of Paige Buchers kind of get her ass kicked, and then she like
Saw
kind
that.
of ran out of the stadium, and she's like so mad.
Yep.
Like, I don't know if LeBron, I don't know if Ant would want to do that, but like watching like Ant throw a freaking tantrum because he got 10-0'd by Wemby, that would be
Yeah,
awesome.
facts.
That would be awesome.
That would be
So let's
pretty
get into the current state of the NBA though. Let's start at the top of the East, man. The Detroit Pistons not killed, but they beat the Knicks last night pretty handedly. And Cade and them, I mean, they are really good. Cade Cunningham's a top 5 player in the NBA right now. This man should be talked about in the MVP conversation. Last weekend at All-Star, he said he was the best American player, then came out on national TV and showed why with 42 and 12. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Davis?
It was pretty awesome. I didn't watch this game, but I was
didn't either. I watched
following it.
highlights.
This game was pretty awesome, and it was pretty cool to see. Like, this could be the Eastern Conference Finals matchup of Pistons Knicks. But let's also not forget the Boston Celtics here, who might be getting back Jason Tatum at some point. That's unverified for sure.
It's certainly leaning that way because they traded Anthony Simons at the deadline, who was a pretty good scoring threat for them, and they were like, "See you later. We got Tatum coming back."
Yeah, if he comes back, I think this team could be nasty.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown put up a triple-double last night in a win against the Warriors. But even can I tell you my Eastern Conference dark horse right now?
Toronto
Is
Raptors.
the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, no, it is.
Ever since the James Harden trade, it's actually been working. It's actually
really good.
And I don't want to fall into the James Harden.
No, you're falling into it. You're falling into it
again because this is like the 4th time in his career where he's moved teams and he's looked great to start, and it's like, oh my god. But he's doing this while only like putting up like less than 10 shots a game.
Yeah,
like he seems like a big facilitator, and he's letting Donovan Mitchell do his thing. He's letting Jared Allen.
Yeah, lob last night.
Yes.
I mean, these guys, like, you watch them play together, and you're like, oh, okay, this works perfectly. That's why James Harden was like, get me to Cleveland, get me out of the lesser Los Angeles team right now.
For sure.
I would agree. The Cleveland Cavaliers look like they are going to be a threat. The only problem is they don't have Mobley right now. If they get Mobley and Allen back with James Harden, who's probably the best lob passer in the NBA, probably tied with Luka, like, oh my god,
it's gonna be nasty.
He made Zubac almost an all NBA player. Like, are we not talking about this enough? James Harden, like, he's not Rockets James Harden. He's not putting up 35 a game anymore, but he is just as good of a player efficiency wise. He's honestly a better player now. Like, his scoring is the best it's been in a couple of years, while also playmaking at an elite rate. He's going to make these random Cavaliers guys like Sam Merrill and Jordan Tyson, all these random dudes, look like.
Whoa! Jordan Tyson's no rando. He's the future small forward for this team.
Anyway, I was talking about Dean Wade on that matter. Come on, dude.
Oh, Dean Wade.
Come on, dude. But yeah, I love the Cavs. I just don't want them to be good because our team, the Sixers, they're in a little bit of tough spot right now. They're only half a game up on the Magic, who are horrible. The Magic are horrible. They're probably the most disappointing team in the NBA by far this year.
Yes.
And I saw a quote last night that Maxey said, and I love Maxey, so I don't want to get on Maxey too much, but he was like, we're such a different team with Embiid on the court and without. We don't know what to expect. So many adjustments. It's really thrown the team off. And I agree with him 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But when you come back from All-Star break to face the Atlanta Hawks and you lose, you cannot say that. You cannot say that. You had multiple days to prepare for Jalen Johnson, who's an All-Star. He's great. But in CJ McCollum, like, what is going on? I know Quentin Grimes didn't play well last night. A lot of players didn't play super well, but the Sixers have got to get it together, man.
Yep, I agree. But my final note on the Sixers will be, we held Joel Embiid out before the All-Star game for a few games, and then to be healthy for the start of the second half of the year, and then he misses game one.
And he reported a new illness, or not illness, new ailment. His shin's bothering him now.
That's scary. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't really like that.
Yeah. And then I saw a quote from his trainer who was on a podcast this week, and he said that Embiid has been so bad the last year because he hadn't picked up a basketball and really practiced since like the 2024 Olympics, which you're like, then why was he playing last year if he was that damaged? But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Let's get around the rest of the league pretty quickly. There's one team I really wanted to highlight, and that's the Charlotte Hornets. They were on fire before the break. They were like, they started really badly. I think they were like 3-13 or something to start. Mm-hmm. Like, they had a really bad start. And naturally, like, Knupple's new on the team. LaMelo's still trying to figure out his role as the leader of this team. Brandon Miller's entering a new gear. Like, the Hornets, I know they're the 10 seed right now. I know they're 4 games under 500. If you're watching, you know, this on YouTube and you're looking at the standings, you're like, what are they talking about? The Hornets are coming. I really think that the Hornets could mess around and take the Sixers spot at the 6th seed. Like,
yeah, very possible.
Con Knuppel probably won't win Rookie of the Year, but he is Rookie of the Year. He is awesome. He's one of the most efficient rookies I have ever seen. His shot selection is ridiculous. His IQ is ridiculous. He had some quote on the Bill Simmons podcast that he was like, he noticed something that Giannis was doing when he rolls off of a screen. And Giannis came up with the All-Star and was like, I've never heard a rookie point out that before. Nobody has picked up on that. Like, Con is a truly smart player, and I'm really excited to see what the Hornets do the rest of the year. They are a fun watch. If you can see them on TV, watch them.
I agree. Yeah, and they've got a pretty awesome court too. I don't know if you saw their court last night. But their court was they should have actually beat the Rockets last night. But they ended up losing. But they
where Kevin Durant wanted to go, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Over to the Western Conference.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to talk about Kevin Durant's burner account. You've probably heard all about that. So I'm going to take my time to talk about why I think the San Antonio Spurs are better than the Oklahoma City Thunder.
I was going to do it, so go ahead.
I think this is a more all-around team, and the Oklahoma City Thunder have been a bad basketball team for the past month and a half.
They have.
They've been losing games left and right. I mean, when they started the year,
they lost the Hornets, by the way.
They did, yes. They lost the Bucks too before the All-Star break, by like 25 or something. This San Antonio Spurs team is pulling it together. Stephon Castle is a number 2.
Yeah, he might be number 1.
They have De'Aaron Fox. Obviously, they've got the alien Victor Wembanyama. When he's on the court, I mean, he's doing something every night that's highlight reel worthy.
100%.
And the Thunder can't really stay super healthy right now. SGA's been out for the past like 2 weeks or so. Kind of why they traded for Jared McCain probably from the Sixers. But they just haven't been very good, to be honest. No. They haven't been very all around. And I think the Spurs are better.
I agree. I mean, Wemby is obviously the best player out of both of those teams. I know SGA is, great, and he's been the 2-time MVP. He'll probably win again this year, honestly, or he was for a while on track. But Wemby is so talented. Like, I know how good SGA is as a scorer, and people can get on me, but like Wemby's defense is like anything we've ever seen before. He is such a plus when he gets on the court. It's ridiculous. He makes everyone around him better. But I mean. Like, the Spurs really are blessed with guards. They have De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle starting. 2 great players, arguably 2 all-stars. Then they have Dylan Harper, this year's 2nd overall pick, on the freaking bench. And he's great. He's been averaging 11 points and 3 assists this year. Not, amazing, but he's shooting 47% from the field. He's a great rookie who's had his moments. I mean, this Spurs team is only going to get better, and everyone's been saying about the Thunder, whatever. So I'm really excited for the playoffs. The NBA is a problem with tanking and all this stuff, and the season's too long. But these playoffs might be like all time. It
Agreed.
truly might be awesome. The Western Conference is loaded. The Thunder are great. The Spurs are great. The Rockets have a good record. I don't know if they are great. The,
I agree.
the Nuggets are great as long as Jokic is playing and Aaron Gordon is playing. People don't give Aaron Gordon enough credit. He is arguably the straw that stirs the drink in Denver. He is fantastic. I mean, dude built a basketball court in his basement before last season and was like, I'm just going to become a 40% from three shooter. It's that easy.
Yep.
And you're like, if I was an NBA player, I would do that too. How do you not have an NBA court in your basement? Like, it's genius. The Lakers are fine. I don't really feel good about the Lakers. It feels like the Lakers are kind of waiting out LeBron to really do what they want. They're a fine team. Him as in LeBron, AR. LeBron, AR, and Luka have barely played together this year. So, like, I really wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers won a playoff series just because, LeBron, Luka, like, that's all you really need to say. As long as everyone else is doing the thing, as long as Ayton's not a minus 15 every time he steps on the court. He's
getting cardio. That's all he does.
He also may have gotten arrested in the Bahamas during All-Star break for leaving with a small amount of marijuana, which is just hilarious. This guy just is all over the place. And then the two teams that people are sleeping on are the Timberwolves and the Suns. I don't know if the Suns can win a championship. I think the T-Wolves can, but these two teams have been fantastic all year, have not gotten the credit that they deserve, especially the Suns, who were in cap hell a year ago and still kind of are, but they figured it out.
Suns are good. And you know who's not like leading the charge, because obviously Dylan Brooks and other than Dylan Brooks and Devin Booker, Colin Gillespie, man, he is actually playing really, really well for them.
Had his 1,000th career point last night. I'm so proud of that guy. He's come so far.
Absurd, but agreed. They for the future, yes, the Phoenix Suns possibly could do something, could be something. I mean, the West is so good right now, and they're so lined up for the future. A lot of these teams are. They're
gonna be after this year with this fucking draft class, man.
Yes. The Golden State Warriors will probably miss the playoffs.
They might start tanking.
Steph Curry's out right now. Obviously Jimmy Butler tore his Achilles, right? Was it Achilles or ACL?
Yeah,
ACL. I mean, that is just a fall from grace that we've been waiting for. I mean, honestly,
we can go back to last year. If Curry doesn't get hurt in that T-Wolves series, they might go to the Western Conference Finals. Like, seriously,
for sure.
It truly is a fall from grace. Warriors probably out. The Clippers they start off horribly, and then they finished right before the All-Star break very strong. Benedict Mathurin, who they traded Zubac for at the deadline, had like 38 points last night. I would not be surprised if the Clippers snuck into the playoffs. They're probably going to be a play-in team, but I'm really excited for the rest of the NBA going forward, man. And before we get off basketball, let's get to college basketball, just because of how good things have been. I know we're running long. We don't care. It's a Friday night. If you're still watching, if not watching, that's on you. College basketball, man, is getting out of control. This first round draft class, we don't have to dive too much into the draft class, but some of these college players are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. If you're watching on YouTube, the man holding the basketball with the Razorbacks jersey on, his name is Darius A. Cuff Jr. You should know his name. He had 49 points against Alabama last night, 2 nights ago. Dude is special. We can transition this into a Kansas conversation, but Darius Acuff, such a great player. He was in a walking boot 2 days before the Alabama game. Kyle Perry goes up to him and goes, "You playing?" He's like, "Yeah, why wouldn't I play?" Darren Peterson, probably the best talent in college basketball right now. One of the best efficient players this year. You know why he's efficient? Because he doesn't play. He scores his points and then he gets out of the game. Look up Darren Peterson's name on Twitter, YouTube, whatever. He hit a 3 in the Oklahoma State game. Great shot. He made it. Immediately calls for a sub out and then didn't play the rest of the game. Bill Self was asked after the game. He's like, "Yeah, we thought we were going to get a lot more than 18 minutes after the game. It's very frustrating." I bet it's frustrating, Bill. I bet it's frustrating. This guy is so talented and he won't stay on the court. What is up with that?
Yeah, we've seen it all year. I mean, it almost seems like he doesn't really have a drive to play basketball. Like, he doesn't really like playing basketball. It's really
or he's
weird.
Just being smart.
No, I don't really think so, because we saw earlier this year, it was literally like 2 weeks ago. Who did Kansas take down? Was it Iowa State at Kansas?
Houston,
Iowa
I
State,
think.
or it was Houston. It was Houston.
Yeah, they were number 1.
Darren Peterson was the latest possible scratch ever for that
Didn't
game.
play it, and Kansas won.
He literally got scratched like 10 minutes before the game started, and Kansas won the game, which was also crazy. But I mean, the whole Darren Peterson thing, like he's always hurt with something. He always has an illness. Like he hasn't played very much this year. But I agree, he's the most talented player in this draft class. Does that make him the #1 overall pick because of all these scares that he's having? Or like,
no,
I don't know.
not.
Like,
especially when the draft class is just loaded, especially when you can go get AJ Diabonsa. You can go get, Darius Acuff, like we said. There are so many players in this draft class that are amazing. Poor JT Toppin just tore his ACL. He was great too. Koa Pete,
you've got Caleb Wilson.
Caleb Wilson from UNC, yeah.
Nate Ament from Tennessee. He's going to be a top 5 pick. Defensive god. The freshman class this year is just absurd.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And just in terms of college basketball overall, Michigan is a wagon, bro. They are so freaking good. I saw one of their best players said that they might be like one of the best teams ever assembled on Twitter. And everybody started freaking out.
Not wrong.
But he's not wrong because of net rating, but also because like assembled is in like assembled piece by piece of the transfer portal. Yes, it might be. This team is ridiculous. Dusty May, the Michigan coach, is awesome. But if you're looking on YouTube, where you have the Ken Palm rankings up, and the first 2 teams on this board play each other tomorrow, Davis. Michigan and Duke have arguably one of the biggest games of the year on tap for tomorrow. Yet, if you want to go to the next slide, what is it? The Classic? It's the there it is. It's the Edward Jones Capital Showcase. Why are we doing this big of non-conference games at the end of February? It's a little
I don't know.
weird.
It is kind of weird, but we also just saw Virginia play Ohio State last week. Like I thought, weird. I actually don't even know if I brought it up to anybody, but I saw it and I was like, that's a weird game. Like, why is that being played right now? But I don't know. That's just what it is, I guess, with college basketball these days.
It is so bizarre. I really don't understand it, to be honest. But hey, it's going to be an awesome matchup. I mean, Michigan and Duke are so freaking good. Duke is amazing. Cameron Boozer is like probably the best player in college basketball, period. We didn't even talk about him for the draft class. Like
he's probably the #1 pick.
He might be the #1 pick. He's probably going to win Naismith Player of the Year. Dude is awesome. So I'm excited for that game. But Davis, we can talk about Arizona, Houston in a second, but UConn Villanova tomorrow is just as big of a game as these other two. Maybe. Maybe I say maybe because UConn lost to Creighton the other night pretty handedly too. I think they lost by like 8 or 9 points.
Yes,
Creighton kind of controlled most of that game. I did watch most of it. UConn's like bench played really well, but their starters did not. And I hate to be that guy, but like I, as a Villanova fan, really wanted UConn to win just because I don't think UConn ever loses back-to-back games, especially when Danny or Bobby, whatever the Hurley guy is. Danny Hurley has been the head coach there. So definitely worried. Definitely worried. But with that said, if Villanova wins and they beat St. John's, there is a Big East share of the title in there. And as we talked about before, I may or may not have accidentally bet Villanova to win the regular season.
Misclick, misinput.
It was definitely a misclick because I did not understand the power of what I was doing. It's neither here nor there. It's still in play, Davis. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
come on.
It is.
It's such a big game. Speaking from a guy who has a UConn future.
I'm going to tell you one, and UConn has looked horrible. UConn's looked horrible. Over the past few weeks, they've been one of the worst teams covering spreads as favorites. I cannot stand that this game is at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. I think that loses all the luster. Like I love give me it in the pavilion, like just an electric atmosphere. Like this is going to I don't know.
It's such a big game, though. Like, UConn fans are going to travel down to Philadelphia to want to watch this game. It's a whiteout, Davis. It's a whiteout.
I don't know, man. Like, I just think it's college basketball. This isn't the NBA. Like, get me into their home arena, like where they're taking the bus from their practice arena or wherever they practice or wherever they train.
The Davis Center
Stadium. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Davis Center. Love that even more. Wow, that's awesome.
Shout out Matt Davis.
I'm going to tell you right now. I think UConn wins this game unbiasedly And I'm going to tell you it's because it's in the Xfinity Mobile Arena. All right. I'm
I
going to tell you
hate
that
when
right
you just
now.
said that. I think Villanova is a fantastic team. They have really come a long way from the depths of the Neptune hell, to be honest. But Davis, they've won every single game that they need to, which is, you can roll your eyes at that, and people may close this freaking app listening to me say that, but like that is huge. Kyle Neptune lost to the University of Columbia. The University of Columbia. I
Yeah,
didn't know
Kyle
they were
Neptune was a
D1.
problem.
He was
Kyle
a
Neptune
bum.
was a
He was a
problem.
bum. So looking at how far they've come, looking at Caden Lewis, the Villanova starting point guard, who was awesome all year. He's a great lefty finisher. He's so quick. And then just guys like Duke Lindsay, I'm sorry, Jesus, Duke Brennan and Bryce Lindsay, who have been fantastic all year. Matthew Hodge, who can stretch the floor. I think Villanova can hang in this game, and they hung in the last game at UConn. So
They
I'm not worried
definitely
about
did,
them.
yeah.
I'm not worried about them being in the game. I do think they can win, and I would have picked them to win. But losing to Creighton really bothers me. It really,
Yeah,
really
yes,
bothers me.
for sure.
I don't
I
know what to
completely
pick.
agree with you. I completely agree. It's the
But
back-to-back. It's not at the home stadium. Like,
mhm. I know I'm
give
wearing a
me
Penn State
UConn.
shirt, but
Give me UConn.
yeah, UConn's only 1.5-point favorite, which is actually sort of surprising considering they did just lose. But Villanova's going to play hard. They have so much on the line. I know they're probably going to make the tournament, but like this is a game where you're like, can we compete and can we win a championship? I
Mhm.
know that it's probably a year early because it's Willard's first year, but why not? Why not? Like this Big East has been fine all year, but I'm really excited for it. And then the other big game tomorrow is Arizona and Houston at 3:00. Another guy that I totally forgot about how good this draft class is. Kingston Flemings, the
Yes, top
Houston
5
point guard.
pick, probably.
Yeah, he is awesome. He is awesome. I know we keep saying everybody's awesome, but he is another good player. This draft class is littered with dudes, man.
Mhm.
That. If I don't think Koa Pete, the Arizona guy, is playing. I don't think he is, but Arizona is a great team. They're not the best shooting team, but they are decent. And this is Davis, two teams that get hype year in year out, Arizona and Houston, and they both always lose early in the tournament. So who do you feel
Mhm.
better about for the tournament?
For the tournament, oh man, like last year I picked Houston to win the whole thing.
You did.
And I lost that. I mean, I actually had, I'm pretty sure I had the whole Final Four correct, and I had the national
Wow.
championship correct, and I had Houston beating Florida, and that
Mhm.
was not correct.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Arizona, but I also didn't realize that Koa Pete or whatever his name is wasn't playing.
Yeah.
So that might sway my answer a little bit more. But if he's
Mhm.
healthy, I like for March Madness
I think
purposes,
he'll be
not
healthy for the
tomorrow.
tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So like not for tomorrow. Give me Arizona. I think that their pacing is just so quick. Teams are going to struggle to be able to stay with them.
Yeah.
We've seen it all year, and I think that I mean, we've seen them on a little bit of a down skid here in the past week or two with losing a few games here and there.
Mhm.
But I think that's actually kind of a good thing, and some teams kind of need that.
Yeah.
I think
I agree.
Arizona could definitely rebound from that, even if they lose to Houston this coming Saturday on tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think Arizona is going to go a little bit further than Houston, but I think it's a toss up, and I see
Yeah.
both these teams being potential Final Four teams.
I 100% agree. And just to go back to your point of like people or teams losing and it being a good thing, I was going to ask you, like, I think if you, as a UConn future ticket holder, watch them lose to Creighton, I would be like, good, like get their bullshit losses out of the way now. Because that number
Yeah,
24 kid on UConn is awesome. He's awesome.
yeah.
I didn't even know who he was. And they have Taryn Reed, they have Solo Ball, they got a lot of other great players. So I'm really excited to see what UConn does. But on to Houston and Arizona, I do think Arizona is awesome, but I think Houston is finally taking that step. I think they're finally getting to that spot, but I also think that whatever team has the best NBA draft prospect isn't going to go that far. That's just how I think.
Yeah, I mean, we still have a little bit of the season left, but I mean, we're getting down towards the end. I mean, a
Yeah,
lot
we
of these
are.
teams only have like 3 games left, which is crazy until the conference tournaments start.
Yep.
So bracketology is definitely coming out here real strong pretty soon, and we're going to be getting
100%.
some nice conference tournament conversations going here. I mean, March is literally like next weekend.
Yes. The Big Ten's not going to get crapped on in the tournament this year. They have some elite
Yeah.
teams, and the conference champion will not be a 5 seed again. That was horse crap last year. I was so angry about that, and I don't even like care about Big Ten basketball too much. But
Wait, with the Big Ten tournament, are you saying? Or
Yeah, Big Ten tournament. Didn't Michigan win last year and they were given like a 5 seed?
oh, you're so right. Yes, and then they
Yeah.
played San Diego. That's right.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
round. Remember San Diego could shoot like 42% from 3 as a team.
And they got
Remember that?
killed.
Yeah. Yes.
Everybody picked them. I
Yes.
remember that. I picked them, I think. So I'm really looking forward to getting down to this. So that was the point of tonight, guys. We got to get our minds right. Watch some college basketball tomorrow. NBA prospects aside, make sure that you know whose team is good and what, so that when you're filling out your brackets, you're not like, Houston's going to win it this year. Maybe not. So that's what we're here for. We're here to get you guys ready, and we're going to do a lot of bracketology going forward, especially as we get closer to March, which is coming up. We sleep in May, Davis. Come on.
Yes, we do. We
sleep in May. Come on.
I like that.
Very excited. All right, we got a lot more coming on the next following weeks. We're getting consistent, guys. Don't let us get hot here. We're 3 weeks in a row. Watch out. We got NFL draft stuff coming up. We got, the Olympics is going to end on Sunday, but we'll make sure to cover that next week as well. Norway's smoking everybody.
Those Norwegians.
They designed the Winter Olympics for Norwegians to be like, oh, we won an Olympics. Nobody cares if you won an Olympics, bro. Even if America won it, we'd be screaming it from the rooftops.
But like, kind of awesome. Like,
yeah, no, it's awesome.
Like, good for them.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Whatever. But make sure you go watch some curling, watch some figure skating, because these sports are not going to matter for another 4 years.
True that.
Yep. That's what we're here for, to get you guys all caught up. We got a lot more coming in the next couple of weeks. Like, subscribe, share, like the shorts, go on Instagram Reels. We're pushing content in a different way than we have in a while. Make sure you support the fellas. Tell us you like our content, or don't. Put in the comments you hate us.
Or don't. Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Do it.
Yeah.
Engagement.
Engagement's all that matters. Go Phils. We'll talk to you guys later. See ya.